everyone, it's Lady Mystic. Thank you for joining. We're going to do the live UnitedPaganRadio.net show live on Facebook as well. So if anyone has any questions or whatever, I will try to see if I can answer those for you. My husband has my phone, so I won't be able to respond that way. But maybe he can cue me if you all have a message. I have Randy on Skype, so you'll be hearing her talk on our breaks, which will be 20 minutes after and 40 minutes till. And they're about 3 to 5 minute breaks. So during that time, I'll be talking about the radio station and how to get your commercials on there and our advertising on there as well. Randy will let me know when it's time to go on the radio. We're going to be talking about the element Earth tonight. I will go back through the different elements that we've already discussed. I know we've been gone for a week and a half, but last week I had something and couldn't be on. We'll go from there. It's just about that time. How are we doing, Randy?
We've got about 30 seconds.
All right, people, 30 seconds. We're going live. Anyway, I have a candle set up tonight, which is on my desk. There is a missing fellow. His name is Fred. It is on my webpage, and we're sending out prayers for him as well. That's what the candle is sitting here for. Oh, look, if I don't burn something down first, we'll be doing really well, won't we? Oh, look, I'm good. I didn't burn my nails. I didn't burn the desk. We're good. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
All right, love, ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the radio show. We're going to be doing live on the radio as well as live on Facebook. Welcome to Mystic Spiritual Lessons. Tonight, we're going to be going over the elemental Earth. I want to welcome everybody to join us on United Pagan Radio. We are live. You can contact us at 1-716-220-8573 or www.unitedpaganradio.net. I hope everyone has had a wonderful week. Mine's been busy doing readings. Come and see me at Mystical Fairy. We are open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 12 to 7, Saturdays from 12 to 5, and Sundays 1 to 4. Mystical Fairy is located at 6 Hardner Avenue, Somerdale, New Jersey. You can contact us there at 856-258-6329. I'm going to take a few moments to tell you about myself and how to contact me. I have my LadyMysticMagic.com on the net as well, and that is going to be LadyMysticMagik.com, and there will give you some ideas of what I do. I do soul readings, classes, teachings, and sell my crafts, so please check it out. Also, you can get me on Facebook at Lady Mystic Magic, when that is with a K, or Mystic Spiritual Lessons, or Lady Mystic Meadows, and that is on Facebook. You also can get me on Twitter at Catherine89111637. I also have recently done a YouTube page, and you can get me at www.youtube.com channel. And it's going to be under Lady Mystic Magic, and that's with a K. It may be under Catherine Hart as well. Look me up and watch my videos. I post videos every day on different things that I'm doing. Okay, we're going to go on and go into our lesson. Tonight we're going to be talking about the elements. Let's go back through the elements that we've done so far and the different elements starting. Let's go with what are elements. Elements in a nutshell is a representation of various forces of creation as represented in the physical world. Typically these are seen as air, fire, water, and earth. Occasionally spirit. I use spirit in all my rituals and all my spells and things I do. So that to me is something that's always with me. But then we open things to a debate about whether or not spirit is part of the physical world or illusions of the physical reality, life on a quantum level. Always one will get an idea. Various paths may have different combination of elements, but the key is that they all symbolize the building blocks of creation. In paganism, the elements are typically drawn upon one at a time or in combinations to represent various energetic concepts, whether they're holding a concept, illustrating it, or presenting us with the concept's energy to draw upon. For instance, in modern pagan, cast a circle was pretty common for them to gather the circle of all the 4 elements as part of the circle's creation. As I said, I do all 5 elements, not just 4. Astrological, can't talk. Astrological assigns 1 element to each sign of the zodiac. The earliest source we're aware of for 4 elements, also known as classical elements. It is from the Sicilian philosopher named I'll spell it, Empedocles, who lived way back around 400 BC, and that was the first known about the elements. We know the connection to the elements because Pluto, the ancient Greek philosopher, made reference on his classical elements. So the elements have been around for a while, and they're typically seen as air, fire, water, and earth. These 4 elements work great if you adhere to Western pagan path. If you go elsewhere, remember the classical elements got their start in Europe. In China, for instance, the elements are air, fire, water, earth, but wood. Fire, earth, metal, and water, which is correct. Whichever is correct is what works for you. As I stated, I do all 5 elements. Some people do other things, so it's up to you what works for you. If you choose apple, banana, pear, raspberry, those are your elements, and that's what works for you, that's great. If not, whatever works for you. The elements are a tool, much as their power comes from the symbolization associated with them. I once knew a pagan who worked exclusively with stones and had different shapes of stones to represent various vibrations of energy that called upon to cast a circle. All right, now week 1, we did air. The air element is the first element that is out of spirit. It can be seen as an element that is the most like spirit. Air is the element of space containing field of the universe. Air is a backdrop of all that is created. It can be said that all things, stars, planets, and inhabitants of these systems are held in the containment field that is in the air element. It, however, must be noted that the elemental air in regard to creation is beginning of life after spirit. If the design of the universe is held in spirit, then the intuition of the design is elemental air. Air is the primal movement, the first outstretching of the universe. The element of air in magic has attributions of the beginnings, intellect, or innovative force of the universe. Week 2, we discussed water. Here's a little recap on the water that we discussed. Water is a great necessity. Without nothing can live. Only earth and water can bring forth a living soul. Such as the greatness of water, the spiritual regeneration cannot be done without it. The cardinal direction of elemental water is the western quarter. That was with the water we discussed. We talked about fire the week after that. This is my favorite element. I worked with it for years. The element I learned to control this element and the use of power to help in many journeys and do rituals with. I love the candle magic and black mirror magic with candles. The elemental fire is a misunderstood element. When not contained, it will bring fear. But when harnessed, it brings much to our lives. Fire is a primary example of why Mother Nature must be respected of all time. We use fire magic and candle, fire pits, burning in sage. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the elemental earth element. Earth, air, fire, and water. These elements correspond with the 4 directions of our physical world. The 4 quarters of our universe, the 4 winds, most importantly, the 4 quarters of the magical circle. The post concern the elements of earth, the source and provides of all needs. Earth represents decay, patience, stability, health, warmth, and comfort, animals and animal instincts, farming and physical labor. Its feeling is dry and cold, its season is winter. Its color is brown, blacks, purples, and some greens. Its symbol is pinnacle or rice, salt or grain, and the brass or terracotta bowl or stone. Its moon phase is the 4 quarters, and his favorite time is midnight. The high earth person seems practical, short, quiet, down to earth, a hard worker, stable, and good provider, although he or she can be a little too stubborn. A low earth person can seem confused, insecure, and alone, unable to feel wanted, and the work may be affected. Earth magic can involve herbs, plants. Using correct herbs to obtain your desire can be very effective. Bearing objects and making offerings to the earth, such as plants, trees, or forms of earth magic. Using your gems and crystals and burying them in the earth or under appropriate trees by making your wish is effective. Something else to consider earth magic is routine magic. Anything you do on a routine basis can be used as a magic vehicle. While performing, you do it at the same time every day. Prepare yourself and use a period of clarity and an honest subject to determine the best course of action in a situation or to find just where you are in the course of your life. A lot with earth magic is something that is very amazing. I use earth magic a lot. Earth magic was not one of the things that I used mainly when I first started doing rituals and things with other people. I worked a lot with water and fire, and those were my two. As my journeys have went on, I have started using a lot with air and earth, which has made things so much more powerful. I have learned the processes of feeling the vibrations from the earth and the energy from what the earth gives us, crystals and like Himalayan salt lamps and that kind of thing. Associations with the elemental of earth, stability, prosperity, food, money, wealth, crops, animals, home, mountains, their strengths, grounding, protection, nature, death, rebirth. The qualities of earth is dry, cold, heavy, passive. The colors we discussed a little while earlier were browns, blacks, greens, and purples. The archangel is Uriel. The elemental being is gnomes and animals. The animals are going to be bear, coyote, deer, wolf, most four-legged animals that goes by the night. As you all well know, I work a lot with a wolf, and it's one of my callings. It's with me at all times. We've done a lot of different visits to the Wolf Preserve in Pennsylvania. It is the most magical, amazing experience that you can go. I would tell anyone to go and enjoy that, refer you there. It is the most priceless time that you can spend with nature. You can hear the wolves howling and talking to each other. You can feel the wind. They have bonfires. It's all the elements are there. You know, it's the most amazing, I guess, feeling and vibrations that you get from there is so peaceful. You never want to leave. It's so calming. It's something you should really try to do. It's something I would suggest, something we love to do. The plants that are involved in earth is Celtic trees, ash, dwarf, elm, and hawthorn. The herbs are patchouli, wheat, a Native American bald cypress, inland, sea oats, elbow bush, Indian grass. The stones would be amazonite, emerald, hematite, jade, malachite, turquoise, and bloodstones. Metals would be iron, lead, and mercury. The tarot suit will be pentacles, coins, and disc. Now we're going to be taking a break very soon, so let me just kind of get into a couple other little things why we are taking a few moments. Let's give you a little bit about how you advertise on there. We advertise at insanely low prices. We honestly helping pagan communities receive a recorded commercial with background music, over 10 plays a day, which is over 300 times a month, and a link to your site on a commercial page and prices. It's $5 a month, or $25 for 6 months, that's 1 month free, or $50 for a year, that's 2 months free. We also have a special on live reads during our shows. Show sponsorship is also available. Now this is an honest help for small business owners. You can email Randy Michelle at witchcraftradio@live.com. There's a donate button right above the chat room. Now, when we go to break, I'm going to describe the website a little bit more to you and tell you about what's on the webpage. Also, I may pull a card if I can remember to do that or not. When we get back, we will go through the paper that I have researched up, which is going to be it's called The Power and Easy Ways to Connect with Earth Energy by C. R. Campbell, The Goddess Circle. I did a lot of research and pulled a lot of different things to go over this paper with you. So we'd have more information on Earth and things that we can get from the Earth. So we'll go through that as well. We got about 2 minutes and 50 seconds before we take break. So a little more I was going to talk about is I work a lot with different people and different places and things that I go and people that I meet. And I've had the most amazing experiences since I started doing these live feeds, and I have many questions every day on different subjects and things that we do. I have downloaded everything, uploaded everything to my YouTube page. So anytime you want to go and look through that, there are a lot of different educational information on balance and love and family and all different things. Things that we believe in, things we don't believe in, spirits and ghosts. Today I did one on essential oils. We actually have 2 more minutes before we go into break. So as I said, when I go into break, I will go over the UnitedPaganRadio.net webpage and explain to you how to use it and how to get connected with the radio station and get your advertising on there so your commercials can be heard worldwide and live. And it'll really help your small business. So we'll get into that when we get back. I'm trying to go on for a couple more seconds. I think I have a minute left before my break. But as I said, I did a video this morning on essential oils, and that has to do with the earth as well, because we get essential oils from plants and flowers and stuff that had to do with the earth. So I'll go into that a little bit more as well. As I said before, look me up on Facebook. I have Mystic Spiritual Lessons, Lady Mystic Magic. I also have my husband's giving me signs. I also have my Twitter account. I also have the radio page that I'm on. So look me up, and if you have any questions throughout the week that you'd like me to talk about on my Monday night show, next week we're going to be doing the element for spirit. That should be a very interesting subject to get into. I'm kind of interested in hearing people's response for that. In my life, you all know me. The ones that are watching me on Facebook Live know that I work a lot with spirits and ghosts and different things like that. And that I do a lot of helping people to get rid of different things in their homes. And I do live readings at my home and in the shop. So spirit should be a very interesting week next week. It's almost time. Let me go ahead and take the break, but I'm really not going to be going off for Facebook, only for the radio. Randy should be coming on any minute. Randy, you back?
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Randy. Welcome back. Anyway, we're going to go over the radio page with Randy. This is Randy. She's become really close. So she's a wonderful lady. I enjoy talking with her and doing business with her and doing her radio show. You go to www.UnitedPaganRadio.net. When you get there, you're going to see a purple and black page. When you go down through it, it's unification through diversification. You're going to have the home page, the commercial page, the pagan music page, and the WUPR blog. On this page, you're going to see it's going to give you some, I'll just read down through it for the people who can't go there. It says Live Pagan Talk Radio. We do have a chat room. It's located at the bottom of the page. It's in Buffalo, New York, Covenstead Broadcasting Station. You can call into 1-716-220-8573. There's also a schedule of the radio schedule and what is on. On Mondays, you have me from 6 to 7 at Mystic Spiritual Lessons. At midnight, there's a midnight meditation. On Tuesdays at 8 p.m., you have Crystals with Chris Ann and a midnight meditation. On Wednesdays, you have a 6 p.m. show called Spirit Color and the Power of Cosmic. At 8 p.m., you have Open Minds with Chris Ann and Jeff and a midnight meditation. On Thursday, you have 8 p.m. Elemental Energies with Chris Ann, and 10 p.m. Luna's Orb. And midnight, you have Midnight Meditation. On Fridays, you have Midnight Meditation. And Saturdays at 1 p.m., you have WUPR interviews. 3 p.m., you have Hector, the most lovely one. At 5 p.m., you have Witchcraft Radio. 6 p.m., Spotlight Artist. 8 p.m., My Wicca Way, and Midnight Meditation. On Sundays at noon, you have Coffee with Pegasus. 1 p.m., you have WUPR interviews. 3 p.m., you have Zen and the Art of Alternative Healing. 5 p.m., the Shield Maiden. 6 p.m., the Pagan Music Countdown, and the Midnight Meditation. It says WUPR Pagan Music Awards is going to be live November the 28th, 2017. All right, you want to advertise on the pagan-related business on your WUPR with radio commercial? I'm sorry, my hubby's being cute. We offer advertising at an insanely low price because we are honestly helping out pagan communities. You receive, I'm sorry, a recorded commercial with background music over 10 plays a day, which is over 300 times a month. And a link to your site on our commercial page prices, as I stated before. It's $5 a month, or $25 for 6 months. That's 1 month free. Or $50 for a year. That's 2 months free. We also have a special on live reads on our show. Show sponsorship is also available. Now, this is honest help for small business owners. Email Randy Michelle at witchcraftradio@live.com. United Pagan Radio is dedicated to the memory of Tempest Smith, and on the radio page you will see a picture. Our chat room is located below. We also have our Facebook page, United Pagan Radio page, United Pagan Radio group, United Pagan Radio, and United Pagan Radio Net WUPR. Tales of Old, the new album. We have different advertising on there by different sponsors. You can scroll down through there and see that as well. If you scroll on down, you'll get through all the different advertisements that advertise on the radio with us. Then we have the live-in number. You also have a donate button. The donate button is right above the chat room, which is going to be toward the bottom. And right above the donate button is where you see a little arrow button, and that's how you listen to us live. There is the chat window there at the bottom, and that's about the whole radio page. If I can convince my husband to get my tarot cards, I will pull a card for the show.
10 seconds.
He's got his arms up like where? You know where you keep my briefcase? Go toward my briefcase. Hold on one moment. There he goes. There should be a skull-looking bag over there. Keep going. I know I'm live now. Anyway, so the card's right on top. That would be great. Yes, my soul cards. Thank you very much. And I'll pull a card here in a little while. Live feeds are so much fun because you get the most honesty, open-minded thing going on. You never know what you may see at my house. At least you don't have my insane, crazy cat running around, because today we put her in the bedroom because I don't know what's up with that cat. I don't know. I think it's part dog or something. Are we live yet? Are we back on the radio?
Yes.
Randy? I don't know. I am live. Okay. All right. Well, if I'm back live on the radio, I was going to do my card pull, and then we will read from a little paper that I have researched to put out. So we'll do a little card pull today. See how our evening is going to go. These are my soul cards, and I will show you. These are my favorite cards. I have many decks, but this is one of my favorite. It's called Soul Journey. And I love these cards. They're absolutely amazing. They go along with my way I do my soul readings without my cards. So we'll do a little shuffle, and we'll pull a card. Okay, tonight's card is going to be worry. And what it says on the card is, I am learning that worry doesn't change any outcome. And what that means is, if you worry, and I tell you, I used to be one of those worriers. I worried constantly all day long, all the time, about fire sirens and kids running around and traffic and bills and stress. And all that does is affect your heart. It affects your mind. You can't think clearly. You're sick all the time. You're tired. You're depressed. So what this card means is that stop worrying. Take a deep breath. Meditate. Relax. Let go. You know, don't hold on to everything. Don't be stressed. Try to remember all that worrying does is just make you sick and weighs you down. So that is a card pull for tonight. That is something new. We will do another one next week. All right, we're going to go to the paper that I did some research on and pulled up. And this talks about a lot to do with the earth and different things that we can do with that. It says we connect deeper with the earth energy. Earth energy is healing energy. Bringing earth energy into our lives is a potent way to connect with the medicine that is found in our natural world and bring an abundance of healing, grounding, and wellness into our lives in a very simple, powerful forms. There are so many ways that we can invite this incredible energy into our nurturing power, into our lives, and be able to open to the wealth of the earth magic that is available to us. And I'm going to start out with crystals. Crystals are absolutely amazing. Each crystal is different. Each crystal has its own vibrations, its own meaning, what it can heal, how it can help. I use them all the time. I have them all over. I think my husband sets them up behind my computer here. There's just something I use all the time. So let me read a little bit about the crystals. Crystals are popular and easy way to bring my rod of natural energy into your life. Not only does each crystal have its own healing uses and properties, you can use them in countless ways. You can wear crystals, keep them in your home, decorate with them. You can even sleep with them under your pillow to enhance dream work. I have a medical pouch that I sleep with under my pillow every night. And if it's missing, my husband will locate it and put it back. I have a bag of crystals that lay next to my bed, which he also makes sure those are there. On each side of our bed, we have black tourmaline that we have up. It keeps down the nightmares and negative energy out of the home. That also is very good. That's what we do. You can use your intuition when choosing what stone calls to you, or you can do some research and see what energy or healing properties you are looking for. And when people come to the shop, to Mystical Fairy, they'll say, pick me out a stone. And I always tell them to reach in there and get a handful of stones and pick out your own stone, because you're going to feel the vibrations that work for you, not for me. So it's very important when you go out looking for crystals, or if you, are out running around and you see some on the ground. In some places, there are crystals that are out. It just depends on what part of the world you're living in. But it's very important that you feel the vibrations yourself and pick out your own stones and your own crystals to what comes to your personality and what you're looking for. You can do some research and see what energy or healing properties you are looking for. Amethyst promotes peace. I use amethyst all the time. It helps for calming, relaxation. If you feel like you're having an anxiety attack or your stress level is up, if you get your crystal and put it in your hand and you put your intention into that and you've charged it and it's working for you, you will feel the vibrations and how it calms you. I tell this to my husband when he calls me and he seems stressed. I'll say, well, pick out your stones and hold them in your hand. That's what they're there for. And, he's learned as well. It really does work. If you put your intention into it and you have your well-being in it, it will really help you to ground. Okay, citrine is good clearing stone, and smoky quartz is good for shielding. Smoky quartz is really good to shield out different things. I have them around my home as well as citrine. Even if a small place has powerful healing properties, you can even create grid patterns with them to enhance, amplify your energies. And crystal grids really work. Like for our home, I have things in each corner of our property to help with keeping the negative energy out. Because as you all well know, I do rituals in the backyard with my husband and I. So we have things around to keep different energies out from coming in the house, around the yard. So it's whatever you feel, but it really will help you to keep things down in your home. Any crystals can be programmed with your intention to focus the energy to aid in your life. Crystals are perfect allies for any of your area of your life. We use them always. Okay, essential oils. I talked about a little while earlier. I did a video this morning on essential oils and explained on what 4 of them did. Essential oils are the sole essence of the plant. Tree flower, they are distilled from. They are super concentrated and super powerful volatile oils that come from the bark, petals, leaves, roots, seeds, or peel. They carry potent healing properties and are well known for their abilities to help with anything from common cold to fight insomnia and lift moods or cure skin issues. I'm going to stop there for a second and I'm going to explain a little bit about what that means. When my husband had a cold, he came home and I put these essential oils on the back of his neck and on his feet. And within 24 hours, he was feeling better. And he's used to taking, over-the-counter medication to help heal things. And he's learning around me. He'll say, okay, pull the essential oils out and, this is what I need or this is what's wrong. And he's learning as well. So it's very important to start to learn about different things. How do I know what to use and how to use it? With essential oils, knowledge is necessary. Research is needed. And the reason that they say that is because you have to be very careful about essential oils because not all are pure. Depending on where you get them and where you purchase their essential oils will depend on if it's pure. So you need to do your research and study. Ask your friends, ask people online, and they will help you with things. I use mine from planttherapy.com, and I absolutely love them. It's healing my skin condition. It helps me to sleep. It helps me to relax. It helps me when I'm stressed. So it's something to look into. All right. Some oils are best used away from children and pets. Most oils are best used diluted with proper ratios and carrier oil, such as jojoba oil, coconut oil when used topically. And most aroma, you can use them in aromatherapy as well. Doctors say that they should not be ingested. A safe and easy way for essential oils is in a diffuser. You can diffuse essential oils in water diffuser, in a candle warmer, or in a plug-in model and little pads. You can custom mix your scents. You can buy different oils to uplift, heal, soothe you. When purchasing essential oils, always buy from a reputable company, which is what I was stating. I've learned to mix my own and to do my own blends, and I'm learning more and more essential oils every day. I've been doing a lot of studying and researching them. I don't know it all, but I am starting to learn, and I am available if you would like to talk about anything. You can message me on Facebook, on Twitter. I'd be glad to help if you have some questions. Okay, houseplants and flowers. Houseplants are a powerful and simple way to add nature's energy into your home. They come in myriad of sizes, options to fit any light situation in any home, are easy to take care of, and are beautiful to look at. They also have added beautiful benefits of cleaning the air in our home, making it better for us to breathe. Don't have a green thumb, which I'm one of those people. When I was growing up, I did not have a green thumb. I killed everything that was green. I could touch it, it just would not grow around me. And right before I moved to Jersey, I started an herb garden the summer before I came up. And after I got help here, my mother told me how pretty my herb garden had gotten. And I thought, yeah, that's because you're taking care of it. My first summer here, we started an herb garden in the house. And at my amazement, I actually had 12 to 13 plants that actually were beautiful and growing. And the house smelled amazing. I dried a lot of them to put in my herbs and my spells and stuff. I am very hard on plants. I don't know if it's because I either overwater them or whatever the case may be. So that's something that you'll have to learn. Okay, as I said, don't have a green thumb. Next time you're at the market, bring home a bunch of flowers for the table. When they are finished, leave them in an offering in a quiet spot in nature where they will be able to become part of the earth once more. Give a moment of thanks and appreciation. Okay, the next thing is going to be on eliminating Himalayan salt lamps. How many more minutes do I have? Sorry. I have 3 more minutes. I have time for that. I do have a Himalayan salt lamp back here. I really can't get to it, but it will be in the video. Himalayan rock salt lamps, casting and soothing, healing. Oh, thanks. Anyway, my Himalayan salt lamp, I have them all over the house. I have them in my bathroom, my bedroom, my kitchen, the hallway, and one plugged into my computer. It helps to keep down the negativity. It also helps in calmness and peace around you. So they're very wonderful to have around the house. Himalayan rock salt lamps cast soothing, healing, relaxing, earthy glow anywhere they are featured. And they do have bulbs in the bottom that you can change. The one in our bedroom, we have it in blue, and it's very soothing at night, and it's very calming. The ones around the rest of the house are in orange, and then they're very healing and soothing and calm. These lamps combat air pollution and allergies, infuse the air with negative ions and freshness, the air and surrounding area in the way that a thunderstorm does. This makes it easier to breathe, and many who devoted to the benefits of these lamps swear by the respiratory health that they bring. And that's very true. I used to have horrible allergies, and I've noticed since I've been in New Jersey, I don't have bad allergies anymore. And I've also noticed how my husband's aren't near as bad as they used to be. These lamps are particularly good to place around electronic equipment for those who report being affected by electronic pollution that they emit. Stress from these can arise, causing sleep issues, irritability, nervousness, and general unease. And with that, I'll explain about the energies that electronics bring out. Around me, I am affected by electronic things extremely. If I am stressed or unbalanced or feel a little off, things around me just don't work. I have issues with GPSs on the car. I have issues with my own computer. So as you notice, I have Himalayan salt lamp. I have a Selenite wand. I have crystals. Whatever it takes to balance me out so I'm not affected by the electronics. That's everywhere I go. It's almost break time again. Let's see how much more I can read. I have 1 minute. We may not get to finish this. We'll go back into the radio station. The luminous pink hue is very soothing and lends itself very well in other workings with nurturing, earthy, feminine energy is called for. It also resonates with the higher heart chakra, which color is pink, which symbolizes unconditional love for all. They cleanse, illuminate, aid in intentions and manifestation work as well. As with anything that can cast heat, keep away from flammable items and keep them on a solid base. If you live in a very humid area, you may experience some sweat from these as they take on moisture, or if you use candle holders, they may pour water. Examine them frequently to ensure that they maintain their quality. As with nature, it sources them to ensure that they are harvested. And I think we're just about ready for our break. I think we have about 30 seconds, 10 seconds. So I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about energies. And it is time, so let's go talk about back to the radio page itself. You need to go to Hello Randy, UnitedPaganRadio.net, and how are things going over there? Anyway, all right.
It's going.
It's going? It's going here too. Anyway, go to the webpage, and as I said before, you can scroll down and you can contact us at 1-716-220-8573. The schedule also is on there for the radio station per day. You also can scroll down and see all the different people that are on that page and are broadcasting on the radio. We offer an insanely low price because we're honestly helping out the pagan community. You'll receive a recorded commercial message with background music, over 10 plays a day, which is over 300 times a month. And a link to your site on our commercial page. Prices is $5 a month or $25 for 6 months. That's 1 month free. Or $50 for a year, $50 for a year. That is 2 months free. We also have a special on live reads on our shows. Show sponsorship is also available. Now, this is an honest help for small business owners. You can email Randy Michelle at witchcraftradio@live.com. You also can scroll down and look at the different pages that you can go to. Toward the bottom of the page, there's a little arrow button that you would press on and you could hear the radio live. There is a chat window as well. There's also a donate button right above the chat window. You click that and you can donate to the radio station. And now a little bit about myself. We'll take a second and go through that as well. You can get me on Facebook. I'll get you that information here as well. I have a Lady Mystic Magic at Facebook. I have Mystic Spiritual Lessons. I have Lady Mystic Meadows as well. You can get me on Twitter, Catherine I891111637. I also have my YouTube channel. You can get me as Lady Mystic Magic, that's with a K, or you can pull me up under Catherine Hart, and you can watch all the videos that I do on a daily basis. I have a daily read that I do every day. I also have been doing a video every day that I get requests to do. I've done them on all different subjects now. You know, we started out on balance. We started out on, I've done so many now, I'm starting to actually forget how many I've done. But I get requests on doing different videos, and you can get all those on Facebook as well. You also can see them on my YouTube channel, and I put them on all my different pages as well. Also, tonight, when my husband is done telling me how long, I'm going to have him come back here for a second and introduce himself. And I probably should have told him that before I planned on doing that. Look at that cute little smile back there. But anyway, he might as well enjoy this as well. It should be interesting. I do have a few more things to go over after we come back live on the radio station as well. But for now, I want to talk a little bit about, as I was stating earlier, about essential oils. Being on the radio, I can't really show you the different things that I want to talk about. But, 10 seconds. But I want to have my husband come and talk a little bit before I get into that. It's almost time. All right, this is going to be my husband. His name is Craig. I call him Bear. Hang on, he's going to come back here in just a couple seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
30?
I'll put you in.
Okay, let me in. Okay, come on in, 30 seconds. All right, here we are. Let us know, Randy, when it's time. Everybody on Facebook,
I'll give you a countdown.
Okay, this is my husband, Craig. We call him Bear. Most of you already know him. He helps me with a lot of different things. We're going to go back to the radio station here in just a second. And
ready?
Yep, I'm ready when you are, Randy. Thank you.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Thank you. All right, everyone out there in Radio Land, this is my husband, Craig. Go ahead. Oh, anyway, I'll introduce him, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what it's like living with a witch, and some of the experiences that he's had doing that as well.
Well, you know, it's a whole different level of love, because I found out with a witch, you love with your soul more than with your eyes and your heart. It's deeper than that. And the interesting things is you become in tune. Now, in my past, I have had little flashes of sight here and there, but I've become very in tune with Kathy, and I can start to see things a little bit more clear. Not nearly as good as she does, but you know, I have been starting to see things. And unfortunately, I've also been hearing things.
Oops, that's probably my fault.
Yeah, it's like I hear a growl in one direction, but the dog's over there. So we saged the house again.
Again, a daily thing, that's what we do.
But it's really wonderful. I've never been happier in my life, and life stays very interesting every day.
Aw. And that's very true. We have very interesting things. He's always following me around the house with a sage stick and saging me because he says I need a balance. Or he'll call me on the phone from work and he'll say, Kathy, please go out to the pentagram and take off your shoes and balance, please. Or you need to leave the house. Go somewhere, do something. It's very interesting, this life that I seem to have brought my husband on my little journey with me. And every day it's something different. Every day it's something new.
Yeah, and I'm learning. It's like I've always been spiritual. I've never really known what I was looking for, but I always knew there was something going on out there, and what she has taught me seems to fit me the best, because had other experiences, that just didn't seem to work out well, and being pagan seems to fit.
It does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Seems to do us well, actually. He makes me the most amazing, surprising things. I'm not one of those women that do the whole jewelry, expensive thing. I'm very happy with a stick, with a stone. He made me this beautiful pentagram that we have hanging, which you can't see at the moment. But it's almost like a mobile thing, and it hangs from the ceiling, and it has all the elements on it. So it's kind of like an elemental pentagram, but it hangs, and it's so beautiful. And who thought of doing something like that? It's absolutely amazing, and it's like we become one entity and one person, and it's just amazing. We're starting to think alike, which I don't know. That's probably kind of scary.
I don't know if that's good or bad for either one of us.
I know.
We got similar sketchy backgrounds.
So it's very interesting. If I'm a little off, he knows immediately, or if he's a little off, I know immediately. So being married into this pagan world and the journey that I have chose to take in my life, it involves not just my husband, but it involves me, it involves our animals, it involves our neighbors, our friends, our family, people that we care about, people that we love, and people that care and love for us. It involves everyone. This process is not just one thing. Once you make the decision to make this journey in your life, some of us, I was born into this, so this is not something that I picked. It's just something I felt comfortable with, and something I started doing at a very young age. And when I met my husband, he showed me a whole new way of thinking and new processes, and he brought me peace and calmness, which, if you all well know me, that's not on the radio, that is on Facebook, you all know that I'm a very hyper energetic person that bounces off the walls, and it's hard for me to focus and hard for me to concentrate. But Craig has given me that. He's given me that peace and that patience, able to actually do these videos and to be on live radio and to take all these new experiences and enjoy different things. And you have anything else you want to say?
Well, there should be a word of caution. Anybody thinking about falling in love with a witch?
Uh-oh.
Make sure it's what you want, because she will know.
This is so true.
Before you do. I had to tell you about the time when my truck broke down in Baltimore. I was not broke down more than 2 minutes, and she called me up and said, "What's wrong?"
You get that feeling, and I think that's with anything, not being just married to a witch. If you love someone deeply enough, and that includes your children, you feel that connection, and you know immediately if there's something wrong with, one of them, or, what's going on around them. Even if you're not in the same town, the same city, you get that feeling that when something is wrong. Do you have anything else before I finish this?
It's just a commitment deeper than I've ever had before.
It's amazing, isn't it? All right, I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for coming and seeing me.
Yeah, I stop by once
You
in a
can
while.
stop by once in a while, huh?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. To go back into the rest of the earth element before our time is up, it's about 10 minutes till. So there's a moon magic, which is something you all well know that I do a lot. I am part of the moon. Wolf is my spirit animal. I do so much work with the moon. I charge my crystals. I have rituals. It pulls me amazing. Sometimes I have such attitude issues from when the moon starts getting too close, which is probably in about 2 more days. It's going to start pulling at me, and I have a hard time focusing and concentrating and being able to be calmer. I guess you could say it kind of burns within my veins, I guess you could say. Using the ever-changing energy of the moon is a powerful way of connecting to the flow of the natural world. Here are some of the easy ways to connect moon magic. New moon intention settings. New moons are the time of beginnings. Write down all your wishes, dreams, intentions, and desires. Be as specific as you can. Raise your list aloud. You can go outside beneath the sky, or you can light a candle inside an offering. Give thanks to the universe and the goddess, or your chosen dedication for hearing the truth. Read as often as you are called until the full moon, and then release the energy into sacred fire, trusting in it coming into your life. The full moon release. Write down everything you wish to release. It can be your thoughts, behaviors, emotions, etc. Go under the moonlight and read your list out loud. If you go outside, do so by a window. But if you can't go outside, you can do these things by a window, like charge your stones or go by the window to do what you need to do. You can do this even if you don't see the moon. Burn your list and give thanks to the moon. Now the next part is going to be nature time, which is Earth itself. Nature is the most amazing, rewarding thing. The easiest way to surround yourself in the energy of nature is to venture outside in nature. Whether you are called by the sea, by the forest, or 4 times laying on the grass, there are so many benefits to submerging yourself in and around the earth. The benefits are amazing. For a little while in the nature world, if you go out into the natural world and enjoy nature, it's absolutely amazing. You can take a walk in nature, or if you only have a few minutes, take off your shoes and place your feet on the grass and feel the energy of the earth beneath your feet. Connecting in this way with the earth creates a grounding energy, which you can reduce stress, promote peace and relaxation, which is something I do all the time. Anytime I feel like I'm balanced or I just cannot think clearly, I will go out and relax outside, touch a tree. If you've never had the opportunity to hug a tree, I know that sounds very comical, but trees have amazing vibrations just like the crystals. And if you have time to go out and hug a tree or to put your hand on a tree and feel the different vibrations, it brings you such peace. Or just sit under the tree and put your hands on the roots. It's so recharging, and you will just absolutely be amazed. What if it's winter and there is somewhere you live? Spend some time making a snow angel, a snow fort, or a snow person. There is abundance of healing energy found even in the cold climates, and tapping into the solid water energy of snow reminds us that even the fluid can take form. These are only a few easy ways that can simply bring earth energy into your world. Use imagination, invite the natural world into your life every day, and that will bring you more peace than anything else that you could think of. Nature is absolutely breathtaking, from the beautiful sunrises to the waterfalls to the wind blowing in the trees to the beautiful flowers I love the sound of the ocean and the waves coming in and going out and the sand between my feet. And I didn't realize that until I moved to New Jersey. But the power and the sound of just the water and the sand is breathtaking, because I've lived in the mountains most of my life. So I've always taken the mountain to be the most powerful thing, in the trees and the green grass and the meadows. But after I moved to New Jersey, I learned that it's not just the mountains, which I miss on a daily basis, but it's also the sand between your toes and hearing the ocean coming in and out and the waves and picking up seashells. If you've never had an opportunity to pick up a seashell, and it's so cool. It's almost like a crystal. It has like energy, and you can hear the energy. You can feel it. The smell of the ocean. It's all grounding, and it's absolutely amazing. Also, we've got about 4 minutes left. Normally, this is where I tell you a little bit about myself, but I've done that twice, and I've talked about the radio show. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with the earth a little bit more. Something to me is so amazing when you get up in the morning It's before, the rest of the world has gotten up and the sounds have come over the traffic. But it's very quiet and peaceful outside, and the birds are just waking up, and you can hear the animals scurrying around, and the sun is just starting to come up over the mountains or over the trees or over the houses, depending on where you live. Just the way it looks, the way it feels, that time is the most amazing, breathtaking time. My favorite time is very late at night. As you all well know, I'm a moon person. I'm a night owl. I don't sleep well. But I love going outside at midnight and feeling the energy of the darkness and the shining of the moon and looking up and seeing the stars. It's so absolutely breathtaking. Earth is just, it's so hard just to describe it in just a little bit. An hour is just, not enough time to describe what nature is. It's the most amazing, breathtaking experience, that you must take time to understand. When I first moved to Jersey, my husband said it had been years since he had looked up and saw the stars or felt the earth between his feet. And after I came along, he says, wow, look, there's stars, and I can feel the ground. So it's so important to take that time, even if you've lost that, and you don't take the time to learn about Earth and about nature and about the peace and the emotions that flow through you when you have a chance to do that. It's very important. It's almost time. I'm going to give one more information out about going to UnitedPaganRadio.net and advertising with us and getting a commercial going and letting us help you to get your small business out there and noticed, and how important it is to help us out and come and do your advertising with the Pagan Radio. Let me give you the number one more time before we go. I know it's just about that time. It's 1-716-220-8573, and you can give us a call and hear us live. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and you'll see the arrow button, and you'll be able to listen to it live. There's also a donate button right above the chat button. Let me give you the rates one more time. We offer advertising for $5 a month or $25 for 6 months. That's 1 month free. Or $50 for a year. That's 2 months free. We also have a special on live reads on our show. Sponsorship is also available. You can email Randy Michelle at witchcraftradio@live.com and donate to UnitedPaganRadio.net. I think it's just about that time. Maybe I could be a little fast, but I can go on to some other things if we're running a little slow on that. You also can get me on Facebook. You can get me on Twitter as well. My Facebook pages are Lady Mystic Magic, Mystic Spiritual Lessons, or Lady Mystic Meadows. I teach on all my web pages. I give a lot of information out every day. You can also get me on YouTube, Catherine Hart, or Lady Mystic Magic. That's with a K, not a C. You also can email me if you have any information you'd like to ask me at ladymysticmagic@gmail.net or .com. And I'll be able to answer any questions that you may have, or if there's a subject you'd like to talk about, we can talk about that as well. I just want to give some credit out to the person that I got all my information from tonight. It was thegoddesscircle.net, and I got a lot of information from her tonight about the different things that I wanted to talk about. But she seemed to have the best information on Earth. I've done a lot of research about different things, so I do believe it's about that time. If there's anything else that we could do, or you all want to contact me, as I said, you can contact me on my pages. To get information on advertising, you can email Randy at Witchcraft Live. I already forgot. Sorry about that. Let me go look it up. It went that fast. And now I can't find it. Oh well. Anyway, go to UnitedPaganRadio.net. That's what happens when you get live. You just make mistakes and you're just natural. Can't be perfect all the time. And believe me, I am not perfect. I forget things and I get lost. It's the way it is. Anyway, you can email Randy. Here it is at witchcraftradio@live.com. And email her for any information about getting started on the UnitedPaganRadio.net. So next week we're going to be going over the element spirit, and I don't know if my husband will be around, but if he is, we'll have another live feed on Facebook. If not, it'll just be me on the radio live because I can't seem to balance the cat, the dog, and the radio live and Facebook live at the same time. Look how quiet it is here since he's here. The cat's quiet, the dog's sleeping. It's amazing. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful week. What was that?
Should I let the cat out of the closet?
No, do not let the cat out of the bedroom. Oh my. Anyway, everyone, have a wonderful week. Brightest blessings, and I will see you next Monday from 6 to 7 on UnitedPaganRadio.net. Thank you, and have a good evening.